I am back, guys, and it's been one heck of many years of a journey, but I have not been still. I went on a bunch of programming journeys of tutorials and lessons and crafted and honed my skills in programming and game design and UX design. Nevertheless, though, all of that just to simply say I've improved. And so I want to take my game design and development to the next level, the ultimate level, if you ask me. If you ask anybody, I mean, yeah, but I'm taking it to like the ultimate level here. And what that really means is for this whole entire year, I'm giving myself the entire year to make one AAA video game for PC. And I want to do that in Unreal Engine 5. Now, there are crazy amount of benefits in comparisons to Unity and Unreal Engine 5. Now, I've used Unity since the beginning of time. I've been through Unity with all the highs and lows, all the changes and whatnot, the whole community, everything. It was awesome. So when they kind of did some crazy crap, it really just ruined the whole integrity of what was built, what was developed, what was established, the whole entire community. Are we even together at this point? Should you just change your name from Unity to Ununified? It's like all these questions begin to twinkle into my brain, if you will. And I think I'm glad it did, because I discovered not just Unreal Engine 5, but many other game engines that I was not aware of. And that just shows you how powerful a community can be. In reality, Unity 3D was like the 5th best engine, but yet it was in the spotlight sitting next to Unreal Engine 5. Yeah, I'll just let that sink in for a second. So I'm pretty sure they can see what they ruined by putting the wrong person in a seat of power. Nevertheless, before I start ranting on that, I came across Unreal Engine 5. I watched a few tutorials. I'm not that familiar with Unreal Engine 5 other than the tutorials that I watched. However, what I noticed is that implementations of a lot of different structures, functionalities, features, all that kind of stuff were implemented way quicker than how long it would have taken me to do that in Unity. The more I dived into a lot of different tutorials for Unreal Engine 5 and utilizing Unity for like 12 years, I noticed the big difference, I think, between Unity and Unreal Engine 5. Unity, you practically have to build everything. It's component based, if you will. You got to keep adding things here and there, have a lot of different plugins, or build it all from yourself, or go into the engine and actually change or modify some codes or whatnot. You have to constantly keep building. And if you don't start in the beginning making tools that can make that whole process easier, then you're essentially building systems and structures every last game you decide to make. In Unreal Engine 5, so far it looks like you can do everything out of the box. And then I'm talking about blueprints. There's no code. And that was like one of the things that were tough for me to like wrap my head around, because like I'm so used to code, and yet I'm seeing people implement animations, combat systems, AI navigations, inventories, different types of UIs in a tutorial teaching format within 40 minutes. And I'm just sitting there like, yo, this one YouTuber I watch, I was just like, yo, hold on. In 40 minutes, you implemented 5 to 6 different completely different systems. Whereas in Unity, I would have taken some days. Not just because it's some long thing to do, just because the way Unity operates. is time. Typing is time measurement, which is drastically longer than sliding a line from one end to the other. So yeah, if somebody is at least 50% proficient with Unreal Engine 5, the productivity level and the development time for things can decrease drastically in comparisons to Unity 3D. And so when I saw that, when I recognized that, I was like, okay, I think I know Unreal Engine 5 is what I'm going to go with for this particular project that I want to have completed within this year. And so that's what I'm doing. The game is interesting, it's unique. We'll go from the whole stage, but starting off, I'm just going to be building a bunch of different systems because I'm still watching tutorials. And in February, that's when all the real development stuff actually will begin for my game. But I figured systems is really just manipulation of data. So I can probably build that starting within this month. So then by the time I reach up to February, I have a lot of systems already made, which will just speed up the rest of the process much quicker. So I'm hoping that's what I will achieve. And also becoming familiar with this particular IDE and engine in general, because I never used Unreal Engine 5. I've messed around with it some time before when it was like Unreal Engine 4.3, I believe it was. I never made anything in it though. Just kind of messed around with it a little bit. During that time, my PC was not able to do anything in Unreal Engine 5 or Unreal Engine 4. I couldn't do anything. Now, I hope that's not the case. I probably should have tested that before I started this whole entire video idea. Nevertheless, I think that's what I'm going to work on. Now, one of the tutorials I saw, they would have like a blank project, and he would use that to build systems, whatever he was going to build with it, utilizing the blank project and starter content. So I'm kind of going to do that same approach, and hopefully it does good. So hey, without any further ado, this video is pretty much, I guess, just an intro to what it is I'm going to try to start doing. It's pretty much going to be a walk-along dev journey of me building this brand new video game using Unreal Engine 5 that will be of AAA quality. Putting money back from my job, paycheck after paycheck, in order to fund this whole entire development project. And I want to get this completed all within this year. So buckle up. It's going to be an epic ride.